LISTNR production. The sad reality of homelessness, and it's almost time to share your thoughts on the Southern Ocean wind farm. More rain expected today will only just nudge 12 degrees. Good morning, I'm Katie Martin and this is your Limestone Coast local news. The sad reality of the homelessness scenario in Mount Gambier. Those are the words of one emergency services worker after being called to a rubbish fire thought to have been lit by a person trying to stay warm. That was Thursday last week when the region's freezing temperatures called for a code blue. Speaking to the Border Watch, Metropolitan Fire Service Station Officer Rob Baker is encouraging people to seek out homelessness support services. Public consultation is set to get underway for a controversial offshore wind farm project anywhere between Port Macdonald to Warrnambool in Victoria. The Energy Minister says the Southern Ocean wind farm has the capacity to support 3,000 jobs in construction and another 3,000 ongoing jobs and power the equivalent of 8.4 million homes. Chris Bowen's announced consultation sessions across the coastal area, including Mount Gambier and Port Mac on August 3rd. Meantime, in state politics, Peter Malinauskas is cautioning the state against a hold-back mentality days before a decision on whether to merge the state's most well-known universities is made. Discussions around merging the universities of Adelaide and South Australia are ongoing. It would require new state laws. The Premier's told Parliament it will be an important test of whether or not they're committed to making bold decisions into the future that set the state up for the long term. UniSA has a campus in Mount Gambier. The Parker MP has renewed his calls for upgrades to the Southern Ports Highway. Tony Passon, along with the RAA and Wattle Range Council, wants to see a dedicated left-hand turning lane installed to increase road safety at the South End intersection. Because we know you want to hear it, another update on the Mount Gambier sinkhole. Despite what City of Mount Gambier engineers originally thought, it's not a cave that's given way. Local geoscientist Ian Lewis has been called in for a further look. The hole measures 7 metres deep, 12 metres long and 4 metres wide. Limestone coasters will be taught more about locally grown produce to try to bridge the gap between farmers and consumers. Rural Aid and the National Farmers Federation are launching a social media campaign to help shoppers recognise the important work the region's farmers do. Rural Aid CEO John Walters says they're trying to target all aspects of food.
It's all about showcasing fantastic Aussie fruit, veggies and farm produce, but also more than that, it's about helping us understand how to cook it better and in different ways, how to store it, understand the seasonality of food and just get the best value from our purchases, I guess.
After this, there is no turning back. You sip the red can, the story ends. You sip the black can, you enter dreamland. And I show you just how good the truth can taste. Take the Pepsi Max Taste Challenge.
The Pioneers men are at home for a double-header this weekend. They're taking on Victorian sides Bendigo and Dandenong. The Pioneers are sitting fourth on the ladder. Coach Richard Hill says things are really starting to turn around for the side.
We had a trough where we lost 5 games in a row, which was not much fun for anybody. We'd had some pretty nasty injuries and we couldn't sort of get on a winning track. But yeah, we've now won our last 5 games and we're playing some pretty good basketball.